Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Happy Saturday, everybody. I hope your day and your weekend are going very well so far. Got a new day, which of course means a new NBA player prop video to share with you guys. But first, as always, people, please make sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and drop a comment down below. It helps the channel grow, and it really does mean a ton to us. With a new day comes some new opportunities to go ahead and make some money. We got some NBA Cup action in tonight's NBA slate. A smaller slate for sure, only 2 games going on tonight. But I still found some pretty good value. Got a 3-leg parlay coming your way for tonight's NBA Cup action. But first, guys, before we dive into today's picks, a quick little recap of how we did last night. Going to go ahead and share my screen here, guys, with the Guy Boston Sports website. If you guys haven't been looking in the pinned comments, I've been actually posting the plays. Not to give myself a pat on the back, but I've been trying to post the plays in every video, and we've been linking it to the website. Ev started doing it. I've been doing it. I think it's a good way. Obviously, we're not posting the picks directly in the pinned comment, but we post the link to the website page, and it takes you right here. You see it. You can watch the video directly through here. Down below, we have the plays posted. We have the outlier links. You can go ahead and click that, and it takes you right over to the outlier screen. So yeah, I've been putting those in the pinned comments. A fun and easy way to go ahead and follow along. The plays are all written down right there. But again, if you want to go ahead and click the outlier link, it's right there to go ahead and follow along. So let's do a quick little recap of last night. Now, we gave obviously our Freaky Friday 5-leg parlay. Didn't go as according to plan, but we're doing good. One thing was out of our control. Bradley Beal ended up not playing, so that leg gets voided. So it's actually only a 4-leg parlay now. And on top of that, my stupid idiot brain did not realize that Isaiah Hartenstein, the Thunder game, I wasn't thinking that prop was for tonight's NBA slate. So 3 out of the 4 legs were cashed yesterday. We have 1 leg still to go today, but Pascal Siakam over 19.5 points plus assists, that hit. John Morant over 6.5 assists, that hit. And Michael Porter Jr. over 24.5 points plus rebounds plus assists, that hit. So 3 out of 3 so far. We have 1 leg remaining in tonight's slate. We have Isaiah Hartenstein over 9.5 rebounds. If that cashes, our parlay from Friday cashes. A little unusual, absolutely. I usually don't do parlays that bleed into other days, but it was a mistake on our part. It's still kind of working out in our favor here. Again, we have a pretty good chance to cash that parlay tonight with a Hartenstein 10 rebound or more performance. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and we'll reveal those results our next video out. But we have another 3-leg parlay to go and share with you guys for today's slate. So let's not waste any more time. Let's dive right into today's picks. All right, guys. Now we're jumping right into the outlier screen here, guys. And our first leg of our 3-leg parlay is coming from the Hawks-Bucks game. I actually have 2 of the 3 legs coming from this same game. 4:30. Excuse me. Got a little tongue twisted there. 4:30 p.m. tip-off for this Bucks-Hawks game. And our first leg of our 3-leg parlay, I'm going Giannis Antetokounmpo of the Milwaukee Bucks over 29.5 points. These are all alternate lines, guys, just to be a little heads up. And we are using DraftKings for this parlay, although I think most of these odds are available on FanDuel as well. But DraftKings we're using for this parlay. It's minus 210 on DraftKings, minus 190 on FanDuel. The data, of course, being alternate line, is pretty solid. 8 of his last 10 games, he's cashed the over, an 80% hit rate, averaging 33.2 points per game over his last 10 games. Really good numbers for Giannis. Even so far on the year 2024, 68% hit rate on this over, 15 out of 22 games. He's cashed it, averaging a whopping 32.73 points per game this year. Giannis is putting the Bucks on his back and is having a fantastic season. Although lately the Bucks have been looking pretty good. Lillard's been playing well. They got Middleton back. Prince, some of the role guys, Bobby Portis been playing well. The Bucks have really turned their season around after a really bad start. So good on Milwaukee for turning their season around. Doc Rivers doing a pretty good job of getting the team back on track, partly because of Giannis' great run definitely helps. The head-to-head data is also pretty solid. 3 straight meetings with Atlanta. He's cashed the over, including 3 out of 4. 75% hit rate over the last 4 meetings, averaging 31.25 points per game. They played 1 time this year already, just not too long ago on December 4th, 10 days ago. He had 31 points in what was a 15-point loss for Milwaukee. So the overall data looks pretty solid. The head-to-head data also looks pretty solid overall for Yanni. Atlanta overall 27th in points allowed. Not a very good defensive team. Again, Giannis is kind of in that Luka Doncic territory where it's like you don't really know what to categorize him as. What is he really? I would say he's like a small forward / power forward, not really a center, but he plays between those 2 positions. Atlanta 27th in points allowed to small forwards. They are 18th in points allowed to power forwards. Again, the fact that he's cashed in 3 straight games, including once this year, makes me think it's not crazy that Giannis can go ahead and cash it again. Look at the last time they played, 36 minutes in that last meet on December 4th. He took only 14 shots, went 8 for 14, 57% from the floor. Free throws, though, he had 26 free throw attempts, 15 for 26. It's pretty crazy. He's averaging about 14 free throws per game. The last time out, 16. Not as crazy high as that one. They did the hack of Giannis strategy there, but he also took the fewest shots. So even if he doesn't take as many free throws, he's going to take more shots. Overall, though, pretty good data here, guys. I like this spot for the first leg of our 3-leg parlay. And sticking with the same game, guys, our second leg of our 3-leg parlay, we're going Taurean Prince of the Milwaukee Bucks over half a three-pointer. All you got to do is make one three-point shot, and he cashes this over. This is for -180 on DraftKings, available on multiple sports books for varying odds. Now, he's failed to cash this in 3 consecutive games, which is a little alarming, but overall, the data is pretty solid on the season for Taurean Prince. 60% hit rate over his last 10 games, 6 out of 10, averaging 1.6 3-pointers made per game. In 2024 so far, a 79% hit rate, 19 out of 24 games, he's cashed the over, averaging 1.88 3-pointers made per game. So he's been really solid in the head-to-head data as well. Each of his last 3 meetings with the Atlanta Hawks, including that one meeting earlier this year on December 4th, he's cashed the over, averaging 1.67 3-pointers made per game. Now, some of this with the Lakers, obviously, last season, but the one time he played them with the Bucks, again, just 10 days ago, he had 2 3-pointers made in that game. Overall, Atlanta is the worst defensive team in the NBA in terms of allowing 3-pointers made, 30th in the NBA. They give up almost 16 3-pointers per game to opposing teams. Now, Taurean Prince plays between power forward and small forward. Now, versus small forwards, they're 27th. Power forwards, they're 14th. Overall, the data looks pretty solid from a defensive matchup standpoint. Look at the usage data overall. He's playing about 26.8 minutes per game, which is pretty solid, but the 3-pointers attempt is also pretty good. He's taking about 3.5 threes per game. Now, over the last few games, you've seen the number of attempts have definitely gone down a bit for Taurean Prince. But before that, he was taking a healthy amount of 3-pointers. Again, the usage is also, his user rate has gone down a little bit. Only 20 minutes in this game, 17 minutes in this game, only 9 minutes in this game. On a rough little 3-game stretch there, but overall, the data is hard to ignore. The insights provided by Outlier. Taurean Prince has exceeded half a 3-pointer in 6 straight games versus bottom 10 defenses for 3-pointers allowed, 2.53 3-pointers made per game in that data range. So overall, pretty good spot. Yeah, the last 4 games has not been great for Taurean Prince. Some tough defensive matchups in there, though, to be honest. But I like the spot here for Taurean Prince against an Atlanta team that's not very good defensively. We just hit the 7-minute mark in today's video, guys. So if you are still watching, please comment 7 down below. As always, guys, we appreciate those who watch through the entire video. We put a lot of work into every video, myself, Ev, and Trey. So those who do watch through the entire thing, thank you very much from the bottom of my heart, as always. So comment 7 down below. And make sure if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and do all that good stuff. All right, guys, our third and final leg of today's parlay. We're now moving on to the Rockets Thunder game, 8:30 p.m. tip-off. We're going Shai Gilgeous-Alexander of the Oklahoma City Thunder over 39.5 points plus rebounds plus assists. We're getting this one from -175 on DraftKings. He has been on a crazy run. Now, unfortunately, there's nowhere you can shave an extra point off, because if you did shave 1 extra point, you get 2 extra cashes right there. You could, I guess, go down to 34.5, which is -425, and then you literally have straight green bean there, but -425 is a lot. So we're going to go and rock with the over 39.5 for -175. And no worries, the data is still not bad at all. Again, 6 of his last 10 games, he's cashed the over, a 60% hit rate, averaging 44.4 points plus rebounds plus assists per game over his last 10 games. You see, even when he misses the number, he's so incredibly close. 37 versus Portland, 37 versus New Orleans, 39 versus Toronto, 39 versus Utah. It's really, even when he misses, he's hovering on that number, which is important for us here. The fact that he's at least hovering around the number means we've already got a pretty good shot of him hitting just coming into the game. Now, the overall data for the season is not fantastic, I'll be honest. 46% hit rate. It's a very high line, to be fair. He's averaging 41.88 points plus rebounds plus assists per game. And again, when he misses, they're pretty close misses. So you know he's going to at least hover around this number, even if he doesn't hit it. But I am pretty confident he's going to hit it tonight because of the overall defensive head-to-head matchup. Now, head-to-head versus Houston, you'll see 4 of his last 5 meetings with the Rockets, he's cashed the over, averaging 43 points plus rebounds plus assists per game. They played 2 times already this year. The last time out on December 1st, just about 2 weeks ago, he did cash the over. He had 32 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists in what was a 3-point loss for the Thunder. This earlier meeting back on November 8th, it was a narrow miss. He finished with 29 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Missed the number by 2. And the previous 3 meetings before that, he did cash the over. Now, overall, Houston's not a bad defensive team. 3rd in points allowed, 1st in assists allowed, so pretty good matchups there. Rebounds, they're 18th. Not a great rebounding team. But versus point guards, though, they definitely fall down a little bit. They're bottom 10 in points allowed, 22nd, giving up 25.1 points per game, 17th in rebounds allowed, giving up 6.1. And they're still top at number 1 in assists allowed, only 7.3 assists allowed to opposing shooting guards. But again, He's cashed in 4 of his last 5 games. He's averaging 43 points plus rebounds plus assists against the Rockets. He's played 2 times this year. The last time they cashed it with flying colors, and even the previous time, although he missed it, he very narrow missed it by just 2. So overall, pretty solid spot for minus 175 too. Yeah, I'm going to definitely ride with this pick. So guys, that's our 3-leg parlay. Jumping over into DraftKings here, you see our 3-leg parlay. It's a 1-game, same-game parlay, 1 single bet. We have, obviously, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 40-plus points, plus rebounds, plus assists. Taurean Prince to make 1 3-pointer, and Giannis to score 30 or more points. You parlay all 3 together, you get a parlay a plus 233 odds. So pretty good value for a 3-leg parlay. Again, all the data looks pretty solid. All good matchup stuff. So for plus 233, pretty great value there. So guys, that is it for me today. Thank you very much, as always, for watching. One more time, guys, please make sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and drop a comment down below. We don't do videos normally on Sunday, so I'll be taking the day off tomorrow. I will be back on Monday with another NBA player prop video. But until then, guys, hope you're all winners. Enjoy your weekend. We got this parlay today. We still have, if you rode the Freaky Friday parlay, you're still riding into today. Hopefully come Monday, we can celebrate 2 parlay cashes, and we'll definitely break out the money gun for that. Should have broke it out yesterday, but again, a little rushed for time. Apologies again for that video yesterday. I know, very rushed, but better late than never. Better to have a video than to not have a video. So I thank you guys as always. I'll see you on Monday with another NBA player prop video. Enjoy your weekend. Have a good one, guys.